There are so many different parts to running your own business. You have to be the marketing guy, the finance guy, the account manager, the production guy, you have to be the salesperson, and all of these things take time. And in order to master your business and make it run as smoothly as possible, we need to get good at each of those areas. Which is why in this video, I've condensed my best tips that I've learned over the last few years, all the way through to smashing way past 6 figures, employing a team of people, working on major projects for clients all over the world, and taking on my very own studio. So if you want some quick tips for some big impacts inside your business, then let's get straight into this. So the first topic I want to focus on is sales, because it is the most important thing. If your business doesn't have sales, it won't cease to exist. You can't generate money to do the things you want, and we need to be making some clear profit. And it's the bit I know that most of you guys struggle with the most, and that was certainly the same for me, and many of the filmmakers that I trained through my academy, they all suffer with this same challenge of generating sales, because we're really good at creating content, and that's the part of the process that perhaps we get the most enjoyment out of, and as a result we start to neglect the things in our business that don't come naturally to us and that we actually need to work on. Sales being a key part of that, and it's all about your positioning and your mindset of actually understanding that all we're doing is enabling businesses to achieve their goals through the services that we offer. For virtually every business I've dealt with over the years of doing this, they want either two key things, and they both come in to exactly the same goal. They either directly want to increase the amount of sales that they're generating, i.e. increasing their business's revenue, or they want to do a brand engagement piece to increase their followership, the amount of buzz or noise that that business is trying to make in the marketplace, to again have an impact on their sales and their revenue. So if you like the sound of getting more yeses and less nos when people are buying your services, then these next two tips are really going to help you level up. The first thing I had to do when I started out was get really defined with our ICP, our ideal customer persona. And I drill this home on this channel because it is really the starting point. If you get this wrong, you're not speaking to the right people. And if you're speaking to everyone, then you're speaking to no one. We have to talk the language. We have to know that we understand the person on the other end, and we understand the challenges they face, so that then we can position ourselves in a way that makes sense and just gets them to say yes to buying your services. Because at the end of the day, every business out there can benefit from some good quality video, which you will be providing, but actually it's about your ability to convince them of that in the first place. And I mean, spend some time really diving deep into this. Who are they? Are they typically male or female? What industry are you focusing on? What kind of position are they in the business? Are they a marketing manager or a business owner? What are their hobbies? What are their interests? And what kind of goals or challenges are they trying to achieve or avoid in their business? Really drilling this stuff down and refining it just means you're gonna have such a better chance of people saying yes to you, because you really truly understand their business. And that leads into my second point under the sales topic of mastering your filmmaking business, and that is to work out what are the advantages and benefits of using you opposed to someone else. So a really easy way to help you understand this and apply it to your own business is think about it like mobile phones. A benefit of having a mobile phone is the fact that you can call people, perhaps in the case of an emergency, right? You can use it when you're out and about. The advantage, however, of having an iPhone opposed to a Samsung or a different brand is the fact that it comes with, let's say, iMessenger, or some apps are exclusively on iPhone, or perhaps it has a better camera, or whatever it is. So when you can see how tech brands or physical product brands break down the different benefits and advantages, then this can really help you to position yourself in a way that makes more sense to the person on the other end, because they might not be a creative person, and if they're not a creative person, then they'll be much more focused on, if I'm spending my money with you, how is this actually going to benefit me, and what's the advantage of using you over than just using someone else. So by understanding your ideal customer persona, thinking about the benefits that you offer and the advantages of using you over anyone else can really help you have much better conversations. And it's certainly something I wish that I did much sooner, because I would have got way more yeses than people just passing me off and then ultimately using someone else. There's one thing that I frequently see filmmakers do that stops them accelerating at such a rate. But just before I reveal what that is, can you do me a favor, and if you're new around this channel and you are getting value from this video, can you just make sure you're subscribed? That way you get notified every time we release a new video, and we are really trying to put more value out there than most people would have you pay for. So if you want to grow the business side of your filmmaking business, then make sure you're subscribed, and I can certainly help you on that journey. Now, we have over 500 members worldwide in our academy, and it's dedicated to to helping business owners just like you scale their creative business to that next level and beyond. And one of the most common conversations I have with people is they get stuck in this endless loop of doing a sale, doing the project, then going back to no work, and then they're on the hunt. And those, it's called feast and famine, where some months are really busy with work and other months just aren't. And that can feel petrifying. It can feel really unhealthy, and not knowing when that next job's coming from can be scary and not a very nice place to be. And unfortunately, if you have that and you're experiencing that, then you need to do something about it, because that's a really bad business model that only ends in one way, and that's not good. And there's a really simple strategy here that filmmakers tend to forget, and they forget it more so when they're in their busy periods, and that's the power of account management. Account management, when done correctly, enables you to find opportunities and capitalize on your already existing client base. That's why it's so costly to find a new customer, because it takes so much time to acquire a new person in your business. Whereas if you just take your existing clients, the people that you already work with, and start to get in the habit of account managing them better through some of the strategies that I'll give you in a moment, then actually you're going to generate work for yourself much easier, and mean that you suffer far less from these downfalls or these pitfalls in your business. And this is another thing that I was just completely guilty of doing, just constantly on the hunt for that next job, thinking about, right, we've got to get another client in, got to sign a new client, got to get a new client. Always had to be a new client. And then when I picked up on the power of actually finding opportunities with your existing ones, that's when my business really started to gain some traction. So there's two ways that we can think about opportunities for upsell, or that we can think about repeat business. And something that we do with most of our clients is we get them in on at least a monthly call, where we do one call with them for half an hour per month, just to touch base, see how things have been going in their business. And this isn't a sales call. And when it's not a sales call, you can take such more of an open-minded approach into these conversations, and you can really get to understand about them and their business and who they are as a person as well. So we jump on a half-hour call to touch base, to see what's been going on, and we start the conversation by saying, how have things been? Give us a snapshot. What's been going on over the last month with you guys? And they'll start to just offload of all of the things, and that's when you can really easily find opportunities, whether they're struggling with recruitment and can maybe do with some recruitment videos, or perhaps something more serious about, yeah, we've had a real downturn in sales recently. We can say, fantastic, let me help you with that. Let's work together to think about what might work to get people buying from you. It also leads itself into the repeat business model, which is just emailing people that you have already done work for and just saying like, hey, it's been a few months since we did that last video for you, just wanted to find out, you know, how is it going for you? Are there any other opportunities in the pipeline that we could perhaps speak about? You'll be surprised by the power of just a simple email like that, touching base and basically saying, is there any other more opportunities? How many people go, oh yeah, actually we've got this thing in the pipeline? And it always makes me wonder, were they going to reach out to me anyway or not? Or is it just for the fact that I've touched base with them that made them spark the interest of, yeah, actually, do you know what? We could do that. Let me have a talk with someone in our team about this thing. And this might sound really, really simple. And so those of you who have much more experienced businesses, I certainly hope that you're already doing this. Often, again, with conversations that I have from people who are just starting out, right the way through to people who have been doing it for 10, 20 years, sometimes it's the small things that you forget about. And they are often the most powerful things that make your business run seamlessly. And when it's running seamlessly, that's when you truly know that you are onto something good. Mastering the business side of filmmaking can be difficult and tricky, and it can leave you feeling like you don't know where to start, where there's so many different areas. So I've created a free training that I'll leave in the link below. It's going to go through with you some strategies of using our ideal customer persona, how we find people, and particularly email strategies that we use and frameworks that you can copy and paste so that you know exactly what to say and how to approach those people when asking for work. At the very end of that training as well, I'm also going to show you some strategies that you can use to sign up those clients onto long-term retainers, meaning that you can benefit from repeat business time and time again, and don't even have to worry about continually doing sales to drawing new clients. Like I said, I'll leave that in the link below. Make sure you go check that out if you are interested. And if you're new around here and you're still not subscribed, please make sure you click that subscribe button. And why not take a look at this video here when we actually started a brand new production company from scratch, 3 days with no money whatsoever. I'll see you in that next video.